Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be telling you guys what I think could actually be the next update for Grand Theft Auto Online, and it could be a brand new theme that Rockstar have never explored before. So by now, I'm sure you know that the current event we've got going on in Grand Theft Auto Online started on February 28th and is going through March 13th, which is a couple days from now. So that means the next time the tunables are set to update is Tuesday, March 14th. And a lot of people are guessing that this is when Rockstar is going to add a new update into the game. I've stated this for many reasons that, number one, Rockstar has a pattern of producing DLCs in March. Number two, they've been updating the files within the games that typically indicate that a DLC is close. And so that's what a lot of people have been guessing. And the rumor that's been thrown around is special vehicle races, and I think that that would be cool, but I also think there's another DLC that Rockstar could very easily do. So believe it or not, just a couple days after Tuesday the 14th, on Friday, March 17th, is actually St. Patrick's Day. Now, this is an update that Rockstar have never explored in Grand Theft Auto Online. In fact, they haven't even done like an event weekend or anything like that to celebrate that day. They've done absolutely nothing, and 2017 could be the perfect opportunity for Rockstar to do something like this. Now, I could see two scenarios of a St. Patrick's Day DLC happening. Number one, it's included as the tunables content for another DLC. So, for example, let's say Rockstar do the special vehicle races as the main DLC, and then they'll package the St. Patrick's Day stuff as kind of the secondary update to release a little bit later on, hopefully a couple days sooner. Or Rockstar could make the entire update all about St. Patrick's Day, because as you've heard, the rumors are with Grand Theft Auto Online DLCs is they're going to be smaller and filled with less content. So a holiday-themed update might be perfect for Rockstar, as it wouldn't be huge for them, but it would still be a new enough theme where a lot of people would be interested. Now, I can hear you guys right now. What could Rockstar possibly do regarding St. Patrick's Day and actually make that work in Grand Theft Auto Online? Well, before we talk about that, we've got to get a little bit of history regarding St. Patrick's Day. So St. Patrick's Day is a holiday that is celebrated in more countries than any other national festival, which is pretty cool. So it is definitely a worldwide event that is celebrated by many, many nations. And the celebration typically involves parades, festivals, the wearing of green attire, shamrocks, leprechauns, etc. And St. Patrick's Day is actually a public holiday in the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland, which is actually pretty cool. So while it's not a national holiday for us here in the United States, it is still widely celebrated, enough to the point where many people would be well aware of the theme itself. But that still kind of begs the question, well, even if a lot of people know of this holiday, what could Rockstar possibly do in Grand Theft Auto Online? Well, let's talk about all the things that DLCs typically have. I'm going to go with cars, clothing, weapons, and then a bunch of other miscellaneous things or some cool features that Rockstar could do. So let's start with the cars themselves. So once again, I can hear you guys right now. What the heck would be a St. Patrick's Day car? Is there even anything like that? And we've seen with Rockstar in other DLCs, like with the Valentine stuff, it doesn't necessarily have to be like a heart-shaped car. They use the Roosevelt, which kind of worked nicely with the theme. But you'd actually be surprised that 3 vehicles would fit perfectly in a St. Patrick's Day update. So this is a fun fact that you might not have known about. Ireland, in its entire history, has produced 8,547 vehicles, and there's only 3 cars that account for all of them. And I'm going to tell you about those 3 right now, and they would be perfectly fit for this update. The first of which, and one that counted for 8,500 of those vehicles, was the DMC-12, otherwise known as the DeLorean. Now, you guys know the DeLorean is probably most famous in the movie Back to the Future, and that movie series, it's turned into a time machine. But also, the DMC-12 DeLorean was also featured in GTA Vice City. So this would be an awesome car that Rockstar could actually use and would be a nice throwback to GTA Vice City as well. There's been many of mods made in Grand Theft Auto 5 that have, brought the DeLorean over, and I think it's time. In Vice City, it was actually called the Deluxo, so this would be so cool for Rockstar to actually introduce into the game. The second vehicle that was produced was only made from 1983 to 1987, and it's the TMC Costin. So it's a lightweight sports car from the Thompson Motor Company in Wexford, Ireland. And I'll show you guys some photos of what it looks like on the screen right now. This is kind of cool. So it kind of reminds me of like a little bulkier and beefier BF Raptor. Obviously, it's not a three-wheeled car, but you can kind of see what it looks like right here. And this could actually be pretty awesome if I do say so myself. It would be kind of a unique little funky car that I think could be pretty awesome for a St. Patrick's Day DLC. And as I mentioned earlier, it was one of only 3 vehicles to be produced in Ireland. And now let's move on to that third vehicle. And believe it or not, this car is actually called the Shamrock. I'm not even joking. So the Shamrock was an Irish-built 5-passenger sports convertible. So this could actually be pretty cool. If Rockstar added this into the game, it could be like the first 5-seater regular car, and it could be convertible only. I mean, look at this car. It looks pretty epic. And this could also be a nice change of pace to the vehicles we've been getting recently that have primarily been supercars and sports cars. I'm sure Rockstar could turn these into like a sports classic, maybe a muscle car or something along those lines. But that vehicle right there would be so cool. And who knows what other things could come along with these vehicles in terms of like a St. Patrick's Day theme. I'm sure that if they were Benny's versions, there could be some, Shamrock or Irish or St. Patrick style liveries on there that could actually be pretty cool. Maybe some new wheels or some new lights or, anything that could represent maybe like a horn that is in like a Irish style jig. I have absolutely no clue what you could do, but it still would be pretty awesome. So those are the 3 cars that have ever been produced in Ireland that would be absolutely perfect for a St. Patrick's Day DLC. Now, let's start to talk about some of the other elements of this update, what would make it cool. I'm sure you could do lots of green and festive themed clothing. For us in the United States, basically on St. Patrick's Day, you got to wear one article of clothing that's green. So I'm assuming Rockstar could do lots of other cool stuff like that. They could also do like a leprechaun outfit as well that could actually be kind of unique. I'm sure they could come up with lots of cool articles of clothing and accessories and hats and necklaces that might have like a pot of gold or a rainbow or something on it. There's lots of things that Rockstar could ultimately end up doing here. The only thing I'm kind of stuck on is the weapons. I'm really not too sure what sort of St. Patrick style weapons Rockstar could do without absolutely just going ridiculously crazy. I tried to look up like Irish or Ireland weapons, and the only thing I got was a lot of medieval kind of stuff. And we got a lot of those style weapons like battle axes and swords and stuff like that with Grand Theft Auto Online Bikers. So I don't know if they're going to do the same thing. And this might be an update that doesn't feature weapons. I mean, you don't have to have weapons in an update. We saw that with Cunning Stunts, and we also saw that with Import Export, where it was more about the vehicles and the features themselves. And speaking of some more features, there's also a couple things Rockstar could do. We know they love their adversary modes, whether you love them or hate them. I'm sure they could come up with a St. Patrick's Day styled Irish adversary mode. And one other thing that could also be pretty cool, we do this in the United States, I think in Chicago, they actually turn an entire river green. So you know how for Halloween, Rockstar introduced the Halloween style weather that was really creepy and dark and scary? It would be unique if they could turn all the rivers and bodies of water into the game this light green color to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, kind of similar to how we do that in the United States. So that would actually be pretty cool, and I'm sure there could be lots of other random things Rockstar could do, like discounts on Pisswasser beer or something like that. Or maybe they offer some other festive style promotions and celebrations. But all I know is this would be so cool for multiple reasons. Number one, it's a theme that Rockstar has not explored yet. I can't say I'm getting burned out on the GTA 5 DLCs because all of them are unique and different and new. But when you do the same theme over and over and over again, like Christmas, Independence Day, Valentine's Day, Halloween, you generally know what Rockstar is going to do. However, with this one, it would be totally new and different, and obviously something that we've never seen before. So that would be pretty awesome. And also, the vehicles themselves sound amazing if Rockstar were to actually do that. I mean, the DMC-12 DeLorean, please, I've been asking for the Deluxo since like day one. It's my favorite car, and in Back to the Future, it's one of the most iconic vehicles of all time. So it would just be so cool to have here in Grand Grand Theft Auto Online. And I'm obviously not the most creative person, so I'm sure you guys could come up with a bunch more ideas for St. Patrick's Day or some sort of Irish style update. And I'd love to hear from you guys there in terms of what you think. Do you think Rockstar will ever explore this new theme? I know the argument is, well, not everyone celebrates St. Patrick's Day. Well, not everyone celebrates the Independence Day DLC, which was primarily focused on Americans' independence, the United States' Independence Day. So you could say that Rockstar geared that update towards the United States. Who's to say they couldn't gear this update, I guess, more towards Ireland, even though this update is celebrated, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, more widely than a lot of other holidays, which is pretty cool. So like I said, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. When I'm making this video, we haven't received any information from Rockstar on what the next update could be. We haven't gotten any major leaks from that rogue Rockstar employee. The only thing that's been brought up is the fact that special vehicles can be added to the content creator. So a lot of people have assumed special vehicle races are going to be the next big thing. But like I said, let me know your thoughts, opinions, and more in the comment section down below. If you guys did go and enjoy the video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.